Hey, this is Jeff Towson from Peking University. I'm here in Lake Como, Italy today. And this video is my 5 rules for writing with impact. Back in a second. It's early morning here in Lake Como. I'll give you a little pan around. It's pretty fantastic. That's the far side of the lake there. There's actually snow up on those mountains, but you can't really see it today. So the topic for this video is sort of my 5 rules for writing with impact. And that phrase, write with impact, that's from Glenn Leibowitz, who is head of communications for Asia for McKinsey. He has a fantastic website called Write with Impact. I'll put the link below. So these rules are kind of what I learned because I pretty much failed as a writer, for 5 years. I tried everything. I got an agent, I got a book deal with a big publisher, I spent 9 months writing a book, published it, that didn't work. I submitted articles to Financial Times, Fortune magazine, the big publications, that didn't work. I mean, I basically failed for a good solid 5 years. And so these sort of 5 rules, do these 5 things because they did work for me eventually. And it's been really gratifying on the back of so much failure to start to get some level of traction in doing this. Rule number 5 is choose a valuable topic or question and focus on it long term. This is a marathon. You're going to be writing every week or so on one thing for several years, so make sure you're choosing the right thing to focus on. And once you have an audience against that subject, you can't switch very easily. So really think about it. I would say, look, write it down. Be specific, know exactly what it is. So, rule number 4 is build teams. Resist the urge to be one solo writer, typing away, thinking great thoughts. This is a team sport, and you basically need 2 different teams. You need a content team and you need a promotion team. Now, I build content teams for my area, my sort of digital China. When we wrote this little 1-hour China book, which is a very small book, we had maybe 30 people involved in various ways. We had grad students, we had researchers, I had a co-author. We had reviewers, senior business people at management, and other experts reviewing. We had a lot of people involved in that little book. And that's how I think you get the best quality of content, is build teams. Now for promotion, which is another, basically that's a different skill set. For promotion teams, I do partnerships. I don't do it myself. I don't think I'm that good at it. I think it's a whole nother area of expertise. So every project we do, I'm always thinking, who is the right sort of promotion team to work with? And Glenn Leibowitz, who I mentioned earlier, I mean, he was the person who really turned 1-hour China into a relatively successful book. So that's sort of my rule number 4, build teams, one for content, one for promotion. I'm heading over to the ferry right now. This is Menaggio, and I'm going to go across the lake to Verona. Rule number 3, stay on the technology frontier. This is an activity, it's kind of like a business. So like in any business, you got to stay on sort of the edge of where the technology is. And that's something that's not real common in publishing. You know, it used to be this sleepy industry where you had an agent and a publishing house and you wrote and it went to the bookstores. You know, those days are gone. One of the things that really helped me to get going on this was when self-publishing started to take off. And suddenly on CreateSpace, Amazon Kindle, I could publish my own books directly. So I kind of jumped on that wave. And then LinkedIn opened up and they started doing publishing within the social media platform, which is very powerful. So I kind of got on that pretty early, not as early as I hoped. Then they started allowing sort of posting in Chinese, and I was really one of the first people to start writing on LinkedIn in Chinese. And now the sort of next wave is videos, which is what I'm doing. So that's rule number 3. Think about this like any other type of business or activity. You want to be on the frontier of technology, and generally you want to go direct to your readers. There's Verena, really pretty city. I'm going to go take a walk over there for a little bit. So, rule number 2, basically publish frequently but write slowly. You know, I've argued to you this is a marathon. You know, you have to have a regular schedule. I publish 1 article per week, and I've been doing this for years. And then I publish 1 book per year. So, you know, it's a marathon. You run every week. That's how you get ahead, make distance. However, one of the things I did sort of discover over time was writing quickly is not good. An event happens on a Tuesday, people write about it, they publish on Thursday. It's too fast, the thinking is too shallow, everybody says the same thing. So I force myself to really slow down. And now I rarely publish anything that I haven't been writing and rewriting for at least 3 weeks. And so that's sort of rule 2, publish frequently, write slowly. And rule number 1, your headline is 50% of everything. Someone told me this years ago. I think it's totally true. If you get the headline right, everything works out. 1, it helps you focus. I mean, if I have the headline right, the article's very easy, the story's very easy, the book is very easy. If I don't have it right, it's all muddy. I edit and rewrite forever. I don't know what I'm doing. 2, it sort of communicates to your readers what the value of this is to them. And given how much content there is out there, you really have to speak directly to someone's interest. This article, book, whatever is valuable because of this. And be as clear as possible. And then the third thing you kind of got to keep in mind is most people find stuff based on search engines, so the keywords in your title really do determine readership. But, you know, years and years of this, rule number 1, your headline is 50% of everything. So those are my 5 rules. I hope this is helpful. Especially those of you maybe just starting out writing and all this, or maybe doing it for a while but not having a lot of success. Keep at it, keep going. Trust me, nobody has failed at this more than I have, so, you know, keep going. But that's it from me from Italy. Thanks for watching. This is Jeff Towson, Peking University, currently in Italy.